Welcome to our historical journey through wealth and power. In this video, we will dive into the treasure troves of history, exploring the opulence of the past and present. Our journey begins with a question. Who is the wealthiest person to have ever lived? Is it one of our modern-day tech moguls, or perhaps an ancient emperor with his vast kingdom? We will unravel this captivating question as we traverse the epochs of history, from the age of antiquity to the digital era. We will discover the true titans of wealth, their influence, and the legacies they left behind. So buckle up and prepare for a journey like none other as we delve into the fascinating world of wealth, power, and influence. Are you ready for the journey of a lifetime? Who do you think is the wealthiest person to have ever lived? It's a question that sparks curiosity and often a flurry of names from the modern era. Names like Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, and Elon Musk might immediately spring to mind. They're the billionaires of our age, their wealth and influence splashed across the headlines daily. It's easy to fall into the misconception that the richest people are those we see in the media today. Yet, wealth is not a modern invention. It didn't just spring up with the advent of the internet and the rise of the digital economy. It has been a part of human society from the dawn of civilization, amassing in the hands of kings, emperors, and tycoons throughout the ages. But to truly answer this question, we need to dive into the annals of history. Are you ready to journey back in time and uncover the true titans of wealth? We begin our journey in ancient times in the prosperous reign of King Solomon. A figure of wisdom, peace, and grandeur, Solomon was not just a king, but a symbol of immense wealth. His fortune, accrued from trade, tributes, and the legendary mines of Ophir, is estimated to be around $2.2 trillion in today's terms. An unimaginable sum, even for our modern world. His riches were not hoarded but put to use, building the first temple in Jerusalem, a marvel of the ancient world. His wealth not only signified his personal affluence but also the prosperity of his kingdom, making Israel a significant power in the ancient Near East. His reign, though over 3,000 years ago, still echoes in the annals of history and the verses of religious texts. From the Middle East, let's travel west to the grandeur of the Roman Empire, a civilization known for its architectural marvels and military might. Here we meet Marcus Licinius Crassus, a name synonymous with wealth in antiquity. A successful military leader, politician, and businessman, Crassus amassed a fortune equivalent to $2 trillion today. Crassus's wealth came from diverse sources. He owned vast tracts of land, held lucrative public contracts, and even created Rome's first fire brigade, turning calamity into opportunity. His wealth was so notorious that it led to his downfall. Captured by the Parthians, it is said that molten gold was poured down his throat as a symbol of his insatiable greed. These men, Solomon and Crassus, were not just wealthy individuals. They were powerhouses of their times, their wealth allowing them to shape the course of history, leaving indelible marks on the world. Yet as we delve deeper into the annals of history, we will find that the wealth of these ancient figures, as colossal as it may seem, is dwarfed by the fortunes of some individuals in later periods. As staggering as these figures are, they pale in comparison to the wealth accumulated by some individuals in later centuries. Fast forward to the Middle Ages, a time of kings, queens, and immense wealth. When we delve into this era, one name stands out in the annals of opulence: Mansa Musa. As the ruler of the Mali Empire in the 14th century, his wealth was so vast, it is literally impossible to calculate accurately. Imagine an empire so wealthy, its boundaries stretched over modern-day Mauritania, Senegal, Gambia, Guinea, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, Nigeria, and Chad. It was an empire built on gold, and Mansa Musa had the monopoly. His kingdom was the largest producer of gold at a time when the precious metal was in high demand. But Mansa Musa didn't just sit on his wealth. He was a devout Muslim, and in the year 1324 he embarked on a pilgrimage to Mecca that became legendary. Accompanied by a procession of 60,000 men, including 12,000 slaves who each carried 4 pounds of gold bars, and heralds dressed in silks bearing gold staffs, the journey was a spectacle of unimaginable opulence. As he journeyed across Africa, he distributed gold so freely that he caused hyperinflation wherever he went. In Cairo, the gold he spent and gave away disrupted the economy for more than a decade. He built mosques and learning centers, leaving a lasting legacy of architectural and cultural riches along his path. Yet, Despite his unprecedented generosity and show of wealth, Mansa Musa was not just about the gold. He was a wise ruler who brought stability and prosperity to his people. He expanded the boundaries of his kingdom, promoted education, and fostered the growth of Timbuktu into a center of culture and learning. But Mansa Musa's wealth was not just about material riches. His story is a testament to the power of knowledge, generosity, and leadership. His legacy lives on in the rich history and culture of the regions he touched. Mansa Musa's wealth was so great it disrupted entire economies, yet the title of the richest person in history does not end with him. The Industrial Revolution brought new opportunities for wealth accumulation, an era marked by significant advancements in manufacturing, transport, and technology. It paved the way for a new breed of wealth creators. Among these was a man whose wealth and influence would reach unprecedented heights, John D. Rockefeller. Born into modest circumstances in the mid-19th century, Rockefeller was a man of ambition and foresight. He saw potential where others saw risk, leading him to invest heavily in the burgeoning oil industry. This venture gave birth to Standard Oil, a company that would not only revolutionize the oil industry, but also set Rockefeller on a path to unimaginable wealth. At its peak, Standard Oil controlled about 90% of all oil in the United States, a monopoly that would later lead to its dissolution. But by then, Rockefeller had amassed a fortune that was unfathomable. When adjusted for inflation, his wealth is estimated to have reached $400 billion, making him the richest person in modern history. Yet, Rockefeller was more than just a business magnate. He was a philanthropist at heart. He believed in the power of wealth to effect positive change, and he used his fortune to establish numerous foundations and universities. Among these were the University of Chicago and the Rockefeller Institute for Medical Research, both of which continue to make significant contributions to society today. Furthermore, the legacy of the Rockefeller family extends beyond John D. Rockefeller himself. His descendants continue to influence various sectors, from politics to philanthropy, maintaining their family's storied legacy. The industrial age, therefore, was not just about the accumulation of wealth, it was about the creation of legacies, the shaping of industries, and the advancement of society. The likes of Rockefeller did not just amass wealth for themselves, they used it to drive progress and change. The industrial age created immense wealth, yet the title of the richest person is still up for grabs. It's a testament to the ever-evolving nature of wealth and the endless possibilities it presents. Now, we arrive in the present day. As we traverse the timeline of wealth, we find ourselves face to face with a man who has greatly influenced our modern world, Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon. From selling books out of his garage to creating one of the largest e-commerce platforms globally, Bezos' story is a testament to the power of innovation and resilience. His wealth accumulated over the years is nothing short of staggering, having held the title of the world's richest person for several years. In the world of technology and e-commerce, Bezos reigns supreme. His empire extends beyond Amazon, branching into space exploration with Blue Origin and media ownership with the Washington Post. His influence is undeniably vast, reaching into our homes, our work, and even our skies. But how does Bezos' wealth stack up against the historical figures we've discussed? Well, it's a bit of a mixed bag. In terms of sheer numbers, Bezos is in a league of his own. His net worth has been estimated to be well over $100 billion, a figure that's hard to comprehend. However, when we adjust for inflation and compare his wealth to the GDP of his time, the picture shifts. The fortunes of Mansa Musa, the Medici family, or John D. Rockefeller suddenly seem much larger. Bezos' wealth, while immense, is a fraction of the total global economy, unlike the wealth of some historical figures that constituted a significant portion of the world's wealth at their time. This comparison isn't meant to diminish Bezos' accomplishments. Rather, it provides a fascinating perspective on wealth across different eras. Each age has its titans, shaping the world in their unique ways. While Bezos is currently the wealthiest living person, when adjusted for inflation and compared to GDP, his wealth doesn't quite match up to the fortunes of history's richest. So, who is the wealthiest person to have ever lived? We've journeyed through the past, from the wellsprings of antiquity to the pulsating heart of the modern era, unearthing tales of unparalleled affluence. We've seen incredible fortunes, from the vast estates of the Middle Ages to the industrial tycoons of the 19th century and the tech magnates of our present day. Yet when we adjust for inflation and the economic context of each era, one individual stands above all. Mansa Musa, the 14th century king of Mali, is likely the richest person in history. His wealth, derived from the abundant gold and salt mines of his kingdom, was so vast that it's difficult to fully comprehend. This journey through the annals of wealth has shown us that fortunes can be built in many ways, but none have ever eclipsed the golden reign of Mansa Musa. History is filled with tales of immense wealth, but none quite as staggering as that of Mansa Musa, the king who quite literally had a golden touch. Thank you for joining us on this journey through wealth and power. We've traversed through time, witnessing the rise and fall of extraordinary fortunes, culminating in the unparalleled wealth of Mansa Musa. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating historical journeys. Your support helps us delve deeper into the annals of history, unraveling the mysteries of our past, and presenting them to you in an engaging and informative manner. It allows us to continue our mission of bringing history to life, one story at a time. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. We have many more tales to tell, from the greatest warriors of antiquity to the most influential thinkers of the modern era. And remember, history is a vast reservoir of knowledge and inspiration waiting to be explored. Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious. Our past has so much to teach us, and we look forward to embarking on these historical journeys with you. From the team here, we bid you farewell until we meet again in our next video.